Hello, and welcome to the Professional Image Workshop. My name is Adelaide Richardson, and I am the Assistant Director for Career Services at Perimeter College. So most students wonder, why all the fuss about clothing? Well, it is a social necessity, right? We can't walk around naked. It offers a form of protection, and when we see someone dressed in a uniform, it generally indicates their profession or their function in society. Clothing expresses our own individuality. It is a silent broadcast of who we are and what we're all about. And so some wonder, well, why, for an interview, why can't we broadcast who we are? We can to some extent, but it is the first and most important expression that we make. And so we want to make sure that we present ourselves the best possible way, because you will never get a chance to make that first impression. So when it comes to recruiters and hiring managers, they actually form a first impression within the first 30 seconds, and your appearance is important in forming a positive first impression. Unkempt or inappropriate appearance may be distracting to the interviewer. Your goal should be to stand out in a positive way and not to stick out. Okay, now let's take a few minutes to watch a video on interview attire.
Hi, my name is Michelle. Today I am gearing up for my first job interview.
Hello, my name is Nicole. Today I'm going to go on my first corporate interview. I'm actually wearing this suit today for the interview, a little blazer with a blouse and pencil skirt. I'm a Latina, so we're very curvy, so we have to be very careful how snug of the outfit it is. I wore it a little loose, and I definitely want to wear the high collar shirt. You don't want to have a lot of cleavage exposed. Not appropriate.
I'm wearing a brown suit, plain brown suit, pantsuit with a white collar shirt. I think it keeps it simple, and I'm not worried about how I'm sitting or where I'm sitting and what's being shown. So I wear a pantsuit.
I thought it was very classy and very business to choose the little pinstripe suit. So I picked this, plus it has a little blue in it, similar to my shirt. I thought it'd pop, so show my little flavor style.
I chose not to wear a colorful shirt because I feel that it would take away from the overall effect. I think it would distract the interviewer. So I'm wearing a white shirt, brown suit to keep it simple and conservative.
I wear pantyhose with skirts because I don't think it's appropriate to have your legs exposed. Too much skin is not necessary. As far as the length of the skirt goes, you definitely don't want anything above the knee. You want to keep it very classy, very sophisticated, and appropriate.
Fortunately for me, I don't have any tattoos, but as a rule, I try to keep everything covered and, keep it classic and classy. Well, I'm interviewing in a city, and I have to take the train and walk around, so I want to make sure that I'm as comfortable as possible, and again, professional, so I keep it simple with black flats.
As far as the choice in shoes I picked, I always pick a very low heel, closed toe. You don't want your feet all exposed. It's very important that you wear pumps or closed-toe shoes. The color I picked, brown, because I felt it went with the suit, but browns, blacks, or like taupe colors, natural colors are appropriate. Yellows, reds, purples, silvers, that's not appropriate. And stilettos, leave that at home for a night out with your girls.
I decided to not go with accessories. I want my interviews to focus on me and not what I'm wearing.
You don't want to overdo it when you're going on an interview as far as accessories go. So I put on a little pearl necklace that my abuelita gave me. It's my lucky necklace. It's a hand-me-down, and some earrings. Nothing too much, just little studs, little diamond studs. You don't want your accessories to overpower your outfit.
I normally wear a bracelet, charm bracelet, and it makes a lot of noise. And I don't want someone, focus on the sound that my bracelet makes. I want them to focus on what I have to say, my education, my background, and what I can bring to the job.
When you go on an interview, I think it's very important that your grooming is up to par. You want to keep your nails nice and painted, like a neutral color or clear. clean them up. If you can't, I know budgets are tight right now, so not everyone can do that. So you can clean them up, make sure there's no dirt under the nails, keep them washed, lotion, you're good. Hair, again, clean, pulled up, very easy on accessories, light perfume. For my interviews, I don't wear heavy makeup. I just wear very light and natural, a little bit of eyeshadow, mascara, not too much blush, and as far as the eyeshadow goes, neutral colors like natural browns or things like that, and very little lipstick, just enough color, but no reds and purples or whatever people are wearing. Maybe some gloss, but that's about it.
I'm just wearing light makeup. I want to look more polished, so I want the makeup to help polish me. Any other day, I'd probably be wearing bright color something, bright eyeshadow, long lashes, but this is not the appropriate setting. So I'm wearing simple, clean makeup that just polishes me off.
As far as my hair, I have long hair and lots of hair. And I think most Latin women can agree when everywhere it's overbearing and it takes from you. And again, you don't want anything to take from them, focusing on your face. You don't want your hair everywhere. Pull it back, make it look nice, sophisticated, classy, nice little swoop ponytail, out of your face, make it see your smile, see your eyes. I think that's very important.
My hair is short, so I usually add, pieces to make it big and, just sexy, but this is not the place for me to display all the sexy. This is an interview, so I want to keep it as simple and professional and conservative as possible.
Kelly, today I have my first postgraduate interview, and I'm very excited about it.
Hi, I'm James. Well, today's a very important day in my life. I'm going to a big interview, and I'm feeling pretty lucky today. When you go to an interview, you want to go with, of course, you want to go with the suit. You want to go with a long button down, collar shirt.
I chose a European cut suit because it really showed off my shoulders. The European cut tends to be tight around the waist and gives the definition in the shoulders. I actually chose the one-button suit because this suit fit me better than the two-button suit. Again, it's the European cut, and would never wear a red or purple suit to an interview. But to church, Sunday service, I'll definitely wear it.
I'm going to wear the sky blue collar shirt, as you can see, and I'm wearing this black suit on today. I'm pulling through confident today, feeling fresh. The suit should fit always, not too loose, not too snug. Like right now, it's perfect. I feel great. It fits me right.
Usually, again, I'm flashy, but for this particular interview, it being my first postgraduate interview, so I really wanted to tone it down, and I feel comfortable in stripes. So that's the reason I chose stripes. And as far as my tie, I didn't want my tie to be, too noticeable, but I do want the interviewer to notice that I have a tie on, and this is a power tie, but yet it still gives off the sense of stripes in my shirt.
This is my lucky tie right here. I gotta give this to the lucky tie. The reason why I chose the red plaid tie was because it brings out the suit a lot more, especially with the contrast of the sky blue collar shirt. It just looks great. I'm not too low key, and yet I'm not too loud.
As far as the sleeves coming out of the suit jacket, just enough really to show off the cufflinks that I'm without at this interview. Well, I actually took a little advice from my granddad, and he told me, really not to do too much with accessories, no earrings and things like that. So I put away my weekend watch and put my grown-up watch on, and this is my grown-up watch, the black conservative, not too flashy, but, business type.
Hey, hello. This is my favorite watch, man. My pops, they always said a real man, he keeps it conservative. He said, always something simple. Don't overdo it with accessories. And I chose a watch. Can't go wrong with the watch. It pretty much just gives it an edge, gives the whole suit an edge.
As far as grooming, chose to keep a Caesar, Again, I just wanted to be comfortable for the interview.
Well, as you can see right now, I'm looking pretty fresh. We got the Caesar going on. A low cut, Caesar cut. I believe a man will always keep himself very clean looking with a Caesar cut.
Of course, I did go to a manicurist specifically for the interview because I heard that you know, they're really anal about certain things like that. You know, just the detail and you being presentable. You know, presentation is more than half of you know, the interview sometimes. So just want to be on point because I really want the job.
Okay, so a lot of points were made during this video. Let's just review some. In general, professional attire for women should consist of a dark conservative business suit, a shirt or a blouse that goes well with the suit. The fabric should complement the suit. So you want to gravitate more towards the natural fabrics such as cotton, silk, or rayon. Those are usually more acceptable for executive or professional positions. Pantsuits over time have become increasingly more acceptable, but if you are interviewing with a very conservative, traditional company, and you can find this out generally through your research before the interview, the safest interview attire still remains a skirt suit. When we speak about skirt suits, the ideal skirt length should be no more than 2 inches above or 2 inches below the knee. Your blouse should be a solid or subtle print with a conservative neckline, so no cleavage. Keep your jewelry at a minimum. No large earrings, no dangling bracelets, and you also want to make sure that you keep your rings to a minimum. Makeup should be lightly applied. You want to stay away from trendy colors and glitter, of course, as all of those tend to be distracting. And again, you want the point of keeping everything conservative and to a minimum is so that nothing is taken away from what it is that you have to say, and it's distracting to the person or persons interviewing you. Low heels are a must. You want to avoid clunky shoes. Make sure you can walk in them comfortably. So if you purchase a brand new pair of shoes, I would break them in a little bit prior to the interview date. If you have tattoos, you want to make sure you conceal them if they are not in a place where it is already concealed. As we talk about fingernails, they should always be short, polished, and a neutral color. So moving on to professional attire for men. For men, a two-piece suit with a classy cut in navy, gray, or black is acceptable. The general rule is that the darker the suit, the more accomplishment it exudes. Again, you want to make sure that you wear natural fabrics like wool and cotton. Choose a dress shirt that is also a subtle color and make sure that it's well pressed. Your tie should not be a distracting color or pattern. And one thing that I think sometimes people avoid is wearing an undershirt. Most dress shirts actually look so much better over a cotton undershirt. And so that's just good practice. Your socks should be in extremely good condition. People do notice, so make sure you wear dark color socks and keep your skin covered. It is advisable to remove any earrings from your interview. And again, for men, just like for ladies, if you have tattoos that are visible, you want to make sure that they are concealed. So let me see. I think we touched upon all this point except for the hygiene. Parts of the hygiene. Make sure that you always wear a deodorant. I know it sounds a little funny to say, but be sure you wear deodorant. You want to maintain fresh breath and avoid a strong cologne. Pet peeves that employers have shared with us are ponytails, particularly on men, sagging ankle socks, scuffed down at the knee shoes, polyester ties and shirts on candidate for professional positions are a pet peeve. Also, heaps of jewelry that bangs, clanks, or glitter. Another pet peeve, top pet peeve I should say, is women who dress provocatively. It is distracting for both men and women who are interviewing. untrimmed beard or mustaches usually shows a sign of lack of attention to detail, and of course too much perfume or cologne or makeup. And generally what I share with students is you don't even need to wear any perfume or cologne on your interview, on the day you're interviewing. As long as you are bathed, showered, and have cologne, you should be fine. So the only other thing that I think we did not go over is for women is that if you are bringing a purse, your purse size should be moderate, and it should also match your shoes or complement your attire. Some do's and don'ts, and we'll probably just address the don'ts. Untucked shirts for male candidates is a big no-no. It just shows a messy appearance. The same with a messy hair. Make sure that your jacket is not too small, or that your shirt or jacket sleeves are not too long as well. And of course, you want to make sure that you are free of wrinkles and stains. Okay. If you have any questions in regards to professional interviews or interviewing in general, please contact our office. And the best way to get in touch with Career Services is to log on to your interface or Career Connect. The web address is myinterface with an s.com GPC/student. All students are pre-registered. And so what you want to do is once you go to the site is click on Forgot Password. Once you click on Forgot Password, a password will be generated to your GPC inbox or email, and that will then allow you access into Career Connect, which then allows you to make appointments with a career counselor. So thank you so much for visiting, and we look forward to seeing you or you visiting us again in the near future.